नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका के न्यूज़ 24/7। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। इन पीएम मोदी's one-day speech, a different imagination for India's political future. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Independence Day speech seems to dissatisfy two very different kinds of political observers. The speech does not offer any new mantra to Modi's admirers, except for the slogan demography, democracy and diversity. Modi did not make any different, extraordinary or unexpected claim which could further be highlighted as a masterstroke by a section of the pro-BJP media. On the other hand, his speech might be disappointing for Modi's opponent as well. Modi was not in campaign mode. His condemnation of the opposition was implied and thematic. Without naming any political party, he criticized dynastic rule as the undemocratic phenomenon. This careful criticism obviously does not offer any possibilities to Modi's rivals to use this speech as a political resource. जिसकी दिल्ली उसका देश, Congress AAP to go head for Lok Sabha polls. Having an eye on Lok Sabha election 2024, Congress and Aam Aadmi Party are likely to go head on all 7 seats of the national capital. Alka Lamba, Congress leader, says in the 3-hour-long meeting, Rahul Gandhi Party President Mallikarjun Kharge and KC Venugopal and Deepa Barbaria were present. We have been asked to prepare for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. It has been decided that we will contest all 7 seats. 7 months are left and all the party workers have been asked to prepare for all 7 seats in Delhi. She further emphasized upon जिसकी दिल्ली उसका देश होता है. Party who wins Delhi owns country. Politics has become profession of power and money, says ex-Solicitor General Justice Santosh Hedge. Politics has become a profession of power and money and ceased to be a service, former Solicitor General of India Justice N. Santosh Hedge viewed on the country's Independence Day. Speaking to PTI here, the retired judge of the Supreme Court also said that there should an all-out effort to include two social values, contentment and humanism, so that there could be solidarity and peace in the society. Before independence, May in the country fought against foreign rule and for independence without any monetary gain. It was because of their love for the country, it was a sacrifice, he recalled. After independence, people joined politics as a service to the nation, and for a few decades, elected representatives had no salary. Only their actual expenses were paid, the former Karnataka Lokayukta pointed out. Foolish to scrap national education policy in Karnataka, says ex-CM Basvaraj Bommai. Former Karnataka Chief Minister Basvaraj Bommai said that the state government decision to scrap the national education policy and implement the state education policy is a foolish one. He also alleged that the decision of the Congress government will affect the future of children in the state. Bommai told news agency A9 the national education policy was deliberated for several years and then it was brought to the implementation. It was designed by the top expert of this country for better education structure. It gives freedom of choice to the student and allows them to select their area of interest. It is nothing but foolish to ignore this well-drafted policy. Bommai said that the student might revolt against the move of the Congress government in Karnataka. The government can consider minor changes to the policy, but it is pointless to scrap the whole idea. This is going to trouble the future of students and even they might revolt against the move. Congress should not indulge in doing politics with the future of our student, he added. Yamuna water level drops below danger mark. The water level in Yamuna was recorded at 205.15 meters on Wednesday morning as per the latest update. On Tuesday night at 10 pm, the level in the Yamuna had reached 205.39 meter, which was above the danger mark of 205.33 meter, causing panic in the surrounding areas. However, on Wednesday at around 8 am, the level was recorded at 205.15 meters. Last month, due to heavy rainfall, the Yamuna River broke its 45-year-old record and reached its highest level at 208.65 meter. The river had been flowing above the danger mark for days before receding. This led to the flooding of several low-lying areas and roads in Delhi. Odisha to witness rains for next 4 days. Rains are likely to lash many parts of Odisha in the next 4 days, predicted Indian Meteorological Department. A few districts may witness very heavy rainfall. The IMD had issued yellow warnings to these districts. According to the prediction, thunderstorms and lightning are likely to occur in the districts of Sundargarh, Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj, Sambalpur, Deoghar, Dhenkanal, Sonpur, Anugul, Balangir, Kandhamal and Kalahandi today. Similarly, heavy rains are likely to occur in the districts of Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj, Balesore, Jajpur, Bhadrak, Kendrapada, Cuttack, Jagatsinghpur, Khordha, Puri, Nayagarh, Ganjam and Gajapati tomorrow. Rainfall is also predicted to occur in various districts on August 18 and 19. Odisha government presses pause an order doing away with deemed forest tag. 3 days after it issued an order stating that the concept of deemed forest has been removed in accordance with the Amended Forest Conservation Act 2010, the Odisha government has put the decision on hold till issuance of final guideline by the Forest Ministry. On August 11, Odisha Forest and Environment Department asked District Collector to submit forest diversion proposal especially for government developmental project as per the provision of the Amendment Act. After the Parliament passed the bill to amend the Forest Conservation Act 2023, it was published in the Gazette of India on August 4. Based on the Gazette notification, the Additional Chief Secretary of Odisha Forest Department wrote a letter to all collectors stating that the Amendment Act clearly specifies and defines forest and the concept of deemed forest is now removed. ऐसी और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ.